Hey everybody, Joel and Jeremy here. It is the Games of the Month, new look Games of the Month here, telling you what games that you should be listening to on the radio here this month. Hello, Jeremy.
Hey, Joel, I kind of feel like a big deal with that new intro. That's pretty nice.
It's not too bad. Thank you to the people behind the scenes that can give us some of these graphics here, and it's going to be a fantastic month of October here. There's a lot of stuff going on. We focus on a lot of local, but I do want to give a shout out to the Minnesota Twins here. Playoffs in October. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping that 18 game losing streak ends here this October on KGLB.
I hope so, Joel. It's kind of funny because I was talking with some buddies the other night, and it's like, well, I think they can win the first series. I said, let's win a game first, and then let's go from there. But it's great to have them back in the playoffs. I think there's a little renewed optimism because what's different about this Twins team feels like this Twins team can pitch it. And if they can figure out a way with the bats, you never know. There wasn't a lot of expectations in 87 or 91 either, and we know how those turned out. Now, I know that's a long, long time ago, but I still think there's reason to be excited.
I do think starting pitching may carry you a little bit here. I'm kind of with you. I don't think they have the horses to win the World Series, but I'm just hoping for a game here this month.
Hey, makes it a lot of fun. And just a reminder, folks can hear all those postseason games on AM 1310 and FM 96.1 KGLB.
Another game that they can hear locally, high school football coming up October 12th on 1310 and 96.1. Mayer Lutheran versus Norwood Young America. Number one, great rivalry. Number two, really good teams in that one here this year.
Yeah, two schools that don't particularly love each other a whole lot, Joel. This is a big rivalry. It's great to see this one back. You know, last month we talked about GSL and Hutchinson being able to renew their football rivalry. It's been a crying shame that these two teams haven't had the opportunity to play. I think this is the first time in 10 years that we're getting to see Mayer Lutheran against Central. And it's even better, Joel, when you have two really good teams. And, Mayer's going to be a top 10 team in Class A. Central's got that brutal section, but their size and their ability to get up and down the field, using even their speed with that size, should be a really, really fun night over in Norwood Young America that evening. You better get there a little early or you might have some walking to do from your vehicle. It should be a really, really fun one. You've got the new coaching staff over at Central, Chris Goodwin, former head coach from some of those SMB teams that won a Prep Bowl with Jalen Suggs just a few years ago. Dean Orrick, who's been there for 35 plus years at Mayer Lutheran, and is just 2 years removed from a state championship. Should be a great, great fun game, and it's just great to have that rivalry back in the area. I know a lot of people have that one marked on their calendar. I do too. I'll be there. I won't say who I'm going to cheer for. People might be able to figure that out, but it should be a really, really fun game.
Well, those are two teams we expect to go deep into the playoffs here coming end of October into November. Another two teams we expect to go deep into the playoffs is the very next night, October 13th on KARP 106.9 FM. Dassel Cokato takes on Watertown Mayer, and boy, DC couple years removed from being in the Prep Bowl. Watertown Mayer rejuvenized in the last few years here, and that could be a preview of what's to come in the section playoffs this year.
Very much. I mean, you hit the nail on the head, Joel. These are the last two section champions out of that section. DC playing in the Prep Bowl a few years ago. Watertown Mayer a chance to take the field at US Bank Stadium last year before they fell to New London Spicer. And as you said, just two rejuvenated programs, right? These are programs that just 4 or 5 years ago would be the first to tell you they were on a little bit of a downswing, and they've come storming back up. It should be a really, really fun one. Another big crowd. You love this time of year. I mean, what's better than Thursday, Friday night football in Minnesota on some of those crisp fall evenings? Should be a great game. And it's really, as you mentioned, Joel, a section preview as well. It's a prelude, right, to everything that's going to be happening just less than 2 weeks after these games that we're talking about, when section playoffs start, when we start making that run for US Bank Stadium, section titles, all of that fun stuff. And these are 4 teams, Joel, that can compete and can win section titles when we're talking about these two games we're previewing. It's going to be a lot of fun, and make sure folks tune in. And as always, we'll have full coverage for you.
And you can find that schedule on our websites, kduz.com, karpradio.com, and kglb1310.com. For Jeremy, I'm Joel. See you next month.